Right guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Everspace. A pretty much brand new session here, I think. Oh, that's the wrong key. Let's have a look where we are on the star map. So the second zone in the first sector. And we're going to see how far we can get. I'm not sure on the difficulty setting I set here. I think we just... No. There we go. Difficulty easy. So we got it a little bit easier today. Just for a change. I think we had it on hard last time, so let's see if I can get any further. But knowing me, probably not as far as I would actually like to get. So we've got some hostiles in there attacking the GMB forces there. We just got clipped there, bit of friendly fire by the looks of it. Which is something I've got to avoid here, obviously, because I don't want to clip onto the GMB freighter here, or their station, or whatever that is. Whoa, did I do that? I hope not. Huh. So some of these battles can actually get pretty intense, and that's aided quite a bit by the really impressive explosions this game has. Very, very nice. Just look at all that. Right, one more left. Oh no, he's right over in the distance. Something separate going on there, maybe. An outlaw scout around a secondary base here. So that little noise there, that beeping you hear, I don't know how well you can hear that. That's actually a contact sound. It means we picked up a hostile contact. Oh, I've actually switched to the wrong weapon there. The weapon's actually not too bad at taking down the shields of the low-level enemies, but it's not much use at taking down the ships, or the shields rather, of the higher level enemies. Com Harbour, I think, unless I'm mistaken, I think what... Oh no, turrets. Whoa. Let's try some turrets, not turrets, missiles in return. Oh, we're holding up. So, as I was about to say then, I think the comms tower here should give us information on all the local goodies that we can collect. There we go. Alright, well, there's plenty of scrap nearby, to be expected. But it's the other goodies that we're after. So, yes, we can now see everything dotted around. Hopefully we can get plenty of this before... where's it gone? Before the enemies start jumping into this area. I'm not going to take that, we'll salvage that. Right, I want to pick up all the boxes first. And there's plenty of them about. Exactly what I just said. So energy diverter, that's new. Instantly new to me at least. Instantly transfers a certain amount of shield energy into your energy core. No, I don't think I want that.
Attention was paid to clean up after the war, but we're helping in our own way.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, eh? So tech containers contain weapons and modules. Regular containers generally don't contain those things. They just contain materials or other goodies that we can use. Right, we've got a Gatling gun, so it's actually exactly the same as what we've got. Unfortunately, it's not a Mark II one. We've got plenty of fuel there. You can see on the top right hand corner of the screen, that's the fuel. Whoa. Now, these beams usually come from drones. They're very easy to take out, but they're certainly glass cannons. They do you quite a bit of damage if you allow them to. So if Everspace is new to you, if you haven't watched any of my videos in the past, Everspace is a space combat roguelike. It's actually a very good one, hence the fact I play it so often. Now, I'm in third person here. You don't have to play it in third person. You can switch to first person. The field of view is the same though, and you've actually got first person without the cockpit as well. And I'm going to go over and get this container. Now, each zone, you saw at the start of the video, there was a zone that I'm in. Each zone is limited in size. They're not massive, but they're big enough that you can have a good fly around in. It feels like you're actually in space, which is nice. It's always nice when you're playing a space game and it feels like you're actually in space. And there's dotted resources around the various areas. It's quite nice how they break up as well as you're shooting at them. So that was mineable ore. The resources go into your little catch-all down here. We've got nanobots. Nanobots are used to repair. We're fully repaired at the moment. And then we've got other things such as scrap, compound and power cells, and we can use those to build things like some new light missiles. I think. Yep, we've got seven light missiles now. Or 3 left. Or we can use them to upgrade equipment. So we could change the energy consumption of this particular weapon, or we could increase the fire rate of it. We could also build a completely new weapon there, assuming we've got the blueprints for them, and blueprints are dropped throughout the game. Now, as this is a... excuse me. Now, as this is a roguelike game, any upgrades you make here, you lose when you die. Any materials you collect, you lose when you die. But the one thing you do get to keep are the credits down here on the right. I've got 1,000 credits so far, and you probably noticed I actually collect them from destroying the various enemies that are around here. Now, it doesn't look like there's any other resources around this area. Normally you have to explore, but due to the comms hub I just hacked, that would reveal any goodies in this area. So we look at the little green exit node here. It charges up and we can jump out, and it brings us to the sector map. So this is where I started. This is my current location. They do have different difficulties. The light red is low risk, yellow is medium risk. You can get high risk ones, but they're not here at the moment. The objective is to get as far as you can into the game. I can choose which zone I want to travel to here. Either one is good, I suppose. They're both easy. And then I'll go onwards to the last zone, which has a jump gate, and that will allow me to move on to the next sector. Now, further on, it's telling me further in, maybe in Sector 2 or Sector 3, there's these little guys. And these are from the Everspace Encounters expansion. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. And that's a separate purchase. It's a DLC for this game. But it really does bring the game to life. It adds NPCs that you can interact with, and they'll actually give you little missions, or sometimes get you to do various other activities. And those missions are persistent. So if you meet one of those encounters, one of those aliens or robots, and they give you a mission, and if you die after they've given you the mission will carry over to the next session. So that basically gives you plenty of opportunity to complete those missions, even if you actually die. So as you can imagine, it's a good idea to pick up as many resources as you possibly can. That was a G&B ship. Those are... well, they're essentially a neutral faction. They're dotted around the galaxy, they're dotted around every zone you actually go into. Thought I could hear a missile then. Oh, that one got me. And he's down. So there we go. Quite a significant chunk of credits from these. There's another module. Where's it gone? The good thing about modules is even if you don't want to use them, you can actually salvage them. And we got a little bit of scrap there from that one. So, you know, that's not as much salvage as I would like from that. It seems very, very low, but I guess there you go. Oh, no. Right, so there's a number of turrets behind there. 4 of them. And they're not giving us a chance to actually... let's see if we can take them out. Using the asteroid as shelter here. Thankfully, it was there. We're wasting a couple of missiles, unfortunately. Oh no, it looks like the area effect damage of the missile actually took out multiple turrets. But that does mean we can get the containers that are on here. So we've got damage booster Mark II. Increases the damage output for a certain amount of time. It's better than the drone override I've got. So I'm going to swap that and we will salvage the drone override. Oh, try not to crash into things. Oh, we've got another tech container. Damage limiter. Reduces any incoming damage. So sometimes you can do permanent upgrades, and we'll talk about permanent upgrades in a minute. That will give you an extra slot. I've only got 2 at the moment, but I could get a 3rd slot that would allow me to plug this in. We're going to salvage that for now. So permanent slots, permanent upgrades, they come at the end of a play session. When you die, you go back to your hangar, or you respawn in the hangar, and you've lost all the temporary upgrades you built, but what you get is all your cash from which you can use to buy perks. Perks are permanent upgrades. Things such as extra slots on your ship, or little map scanners that tell you, give you extra additional information on the map. And I'm just trying to find a few more goodies around here before we head on out. So I don't think we need the service station. We will have a look, because every time you go to a service station it does have something different. It may have something useful there for us. So these containers here will contain fuel. If we destroy them, they'll explode and vent fuel into space, which we could then use. We use up fuel every jump. It's not a commodity or resource that's used around as you fly. You receive dark matter or compound. There's quite a lot of dark matter actually. I haven't actually got any of that. I don't normally use it, but you never know, do you? Let's have the compound as well. I'm not too worried at this point about the money. I've upgraded my ship so many times, and I'd just rather have the resources. Now you can see there's some containers here. If I take them, GMB will go hostile to me, and they'll be hostile for the not just this zone but the rest of the sector until I go through the jump gate. So that's not something I want. I don't really want them being hostile, although in sector 1 things are generally quite easy, so I could probably handle them, but it's just a hassle that I don't really want at the moment. Right. We're heading off to the jump gate. So the jump gate will take me to the next sector. Sometimes it's quite graphically distinct from this sector. And hopefully you'll get to see one of the really nice looking areas. This one's nice, but it's all very black. In fact, black is one of my favourite backdrops for space. It just allows you to feel the immensity of everything, I think. You can see the stars, and the planets really stand out in wonderful contrast against everything.
This could be a sticky situation here.
I think we'll be alright. He's worrying too much. There, no problem. Let's go see what's hidden amongst the debris here. Bits and bobs, nothing too great. Let's actually have a look to see if we can upgrade anything yet. Nope. Come on, when are we going to be able to upgrade here? So a number of other space games come out in the past few days. One that I will be looking at very soon is Star Control Origins. Been waiting for that for a while, and then all of a sudden it was released and I totally missed it. But I should be doing that later this week. There's not going to be a live stream though this week. On Wednesday I normally play well, whatever game takes my fancy. That won't be.
Requires resources to make urgent repairs. Completion of the task will earn you credits.
Well, actually, I'm not too worried about credits. Not this time, so I won't be doing that particular mission. Let's have a look what's over here. I'd rather have resources for now. It might let me travel further into some of the zones here. Look at that planet in the background there. Okay. So unfortunately, we're in the second sector here, and it looks pretty much identical to the first sector we was in. The one thing I'm a little bit concerned about here is fuel. We're down to just over half a tank, and it takes about a quarter of a tank for each jump. So maybe we can find some fuel. If not, I guess we'll have to steal some. Let's see if we can go inside this structure. Shielded, but there should be a way in. Oh, we got hostile contacts. Ah, inside the structure. How do we get in though? Oh, through there maybe? Looks like it's locked. Yeah, we need an access key. Access keys come from elite NPCs. Maybe we can go in that way. Nope, we're just going through here then. Now what we're going to need is a... We're not going to be able to do it. We need to try and take down the shield generator. The shield generator, wisely, is on the other side of the shield, so... We're not going to be going in there. This is another entrance down here, maybe. Nope, looks like the only way in is through an access key, which, unfortunately, I don't have. Let's go take a look at the comm hub, though. So yeah, I gave Star Control a brief mention. I don't really want to talk about it too much while playing this game, because I haven't actually played it yet. But it's a sequel to, well, I don't know if it's really so much a sequel as a reimagining of the originals. Did I call it Stardock? They're the developers behind the game. Star Control is a game I was actually meaning. Getting distracted with what's going on screen here. Right. Where'd that comm hub go? I'm not sure if it's just me, but it kind of feels that over the time... I mean, this game's had a lot of updates. A lot of updates, which is really good. But it does feel that over time, as the game's been updated, the resources that we get to collect have actually diminished. They've been nerfed down quite a lot. May just be my perception of things, but I distinctly remember in early iterations of the game, there was a lot more resources we used to get. Nope, that's a comms tower. I'm trying to shoot it. Right. We should get a scan of the area here again. Yeah, it's definitely less less items around than there used to be. Fuel used to be quite a common commodity. But it seems quite often now, if you want fuel, you're going to need to steal it. Which is unfortunate. Maybe we can get some from the GMB freighter here, but I think this is the one that we're meant to be repairing. It's not a service station, so... Then again, who knows? Let's see if there's anything... Nope. Ah. Let's have a look at the shipwreck. I really don't want to turn these hostile against me. Oh, we can scan that. Maybe something decent will come of it. Still in this ship. Turned out to be a mistake. I have no idea with what all these controls are or how I got here. There's a button labelled SD. I can only assume it means singularity drive. There's only one way to find out. I guess that didn't work out too well for him. Well, we're going to leave. Now, hopefully there's some fuel I can steal in the next zone. Well, hopefully even better. There'd be fuel there that I don't have to steal. Right, got a slightly more visually appealing backdrop here. This actually looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Right, we can jump out. I think that might be a refueling ship over there. Surface station, yep, I should be able to refuel there. I'm down to a quarter of a tank, so actually quite desperate for the fuel. No? Well, let's have the crystals. Well, that's no good, is it? No good at all. I think I'm going to have to... Oh, we can upgrade at last. I'm going to upgrade the Gatling gun. Let's upgrade the... give it a hull damage mod. Twice, in fact. Oh, we got further upgrades. Can't upgrade the shield, unfortunately, but I will upgrade the pulse laser. I'm not actually worried then. I don't want a range mod. Whoa! That was a bit too close. I have a feeling I'm going to have to attack the G&B freighter over there to get some fuel. Any other containers? One more. Right, we've got a little bit of fuel there, thankfully. We'll see what's over here. Maybe some fuel inside there, by the looks of it. Watch the explosion here. No fuel? We'll take the crystals, though. Right, now the trouble is, like I said, this is going to turn G&B hostile against me for the rest of the sector, but at this point, I don't think I have too much choice. I don't think those are fuel canisters, are they? Oh well, we'll soon find out. Yep, there was fuel. Oh, and it didn't turn them against me. Obviously this wasn't theirs. Good. That makes things easier. So, as I said, the long ones are not fuel canisters. They're gas canisters. I had a feeling they were something different. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong there. A little bit of extra fuel. So, trouble is, it's not a lot of fuel at all, is it? What's going on? At one point, these places will totally refuel your tank. If getting fuel is going to be this much of an issue, then I can see there being some problem with getting further into the game. They're not doing too bad. Okay, so slightly better situated than we were initially. Have I missed any? Doesn't look like it. Right. time to head on out, and we're getting closer to Sector 3. So yes, we're not doing too bad. Then again, it's on easy mode, so I'd fully expect that at this particular point at any rate. So we're in Zone 3 in Sector 2, and I think this is a gooder place as any to actually leave it for this particular session. We've got an Ocar Corvette over there though, and he's certainly doing a lot of damage. Some more weapons we're going to have to avoid. I haven't got weapons to take that on at the moment, I don't think, at any rate. But this is where we're going to leave it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.